Welcome to another edition of our RAT video blog. Today we're going to talk about the first feature going into 128, which is affectionately known as radar, or was affectionately known as radar because we're not calling it radar anymore. When we first started talking about designing radar as a feature, we had visions of the cool radar scopes and interdictable towers and all these kind of groovy things that we could do. And the more we looked into it, we thought, well, that's a really great system, but it's really not exactly what we're looking for. It doesn't really meet our goals. What we really wanted to do was take the EWS system that we have and make it work not just based on towns, but also on some of the other areas of the map, like the open ocean. So when we looked at our goals, we decided that, we basically want this to be a gameplay attractor. We want aircraft to become engaged with aircraft. Make it easier for them to do that so that they don't necessarily need to spend all their downtime just hunting guys on the ground. We also wanted to eliminate most of the map skirting. Get these guys that are going across in big convoys to be even bigger convoys, bombing raids, and have guys to be able to engage them pretty easily. So a couple other things that we want to do, mostly not destroy strat bombing while we were at it. So when we looked at that, we said EWS is really the best system for this. But right now, EWS is just focused on towns, which in and of itself causes some problems. You might be at an airfield with a tank shooting up some guys, but you're not showing up on the EWS because the airfield isn't next to town. So we thought, well, we've got this new great chat grid system that we're using to do area chat and all kinds of other neat, groovy, behind-the-scene things. So let's take that system and use it for EWS. We can then use that to cover the entire map in a grid. And I've done some really nice artwork that you can see a much better version of on the production notes. But cover that with a grid and we can display that information on the map. What we can do are then things like we can take the EWS icons and put them up in the corner to show you that there are a little or a lot of planes in a particular place. Or we can use a color gridding system, which I think we're leaning towards, which would color it one color, yellow say, for a light amount of people, and red for a huge amount of people in that area. And this allows you to, kind of vector into the map. And this whole thing is sort of fuzzy, and that was one of the goals that we had. It doesn't really want to tell you exactly how many people are in a place or exactly where they are. And the key to that is making these grids fairly big. Our first pass is going to be a 16-kilometer grid, but we may go up to 20 fairly quickly. We'll play test that as we can. And that means that, you can move into that grid and still not find the guys who are there, but somebody's there. So it's going to be fuzzy in that way, and it'll also be fuzzy over time. It's not going to be instantly updating, and it's going to lie to you just a little bit every once in a while to sort of simulate that feel that you're in the cockpit pulling up your little map and somebody's buzzing into your headset and you've got a grease pencil and you're marking places on the map where you think people are. So I think once we get this into beta, which should take us a couple weeks, we're going to put that into open test really sooner rather than later so that we can get all you fly guys in to actually fly through it and let us know what's going on, and then we can look at the design and change things that we think need to be changed. If you'd like to get some more information about the feature we've been talking about today, you can visit the production notes forum. We'll have an in-depth analysis of the feature and some discussion forums for you guys to give us some feedback. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you on the Muse.